Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Super excited to see all your faces. And we have a lot to cover. It's all really cool, fun stuff because it's 5 days till the end of the month and two Purium weeks squished into 5 days. We have today through Friday, and then we have Saturday and Sunday, the last 2 days of the month. And that is actually a Purium week, which is cool. So I'll go into that in a little bit. But we're going to cover month-end strategies. And you know what? I need a co-host. Who can be a co-host just in case? Okay, Angie, thank you. Before we get down into it, just make sure we don't have unmuting. All right, there you are, Angie. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Angie. All right, so month end, 5 days left. A lot of you are running for goals. If you feel that you're too far from whatever goal it is that you have, don't ever feel that way. Don't feel defeated because we have seen miraculous things happen in the last few days of the month. We have the iconic story of Beth Lambert, who brought in 6,000 points on the last day of the month and hit green diamond. Okay, so please, if you're thinking anything like throwing in the towel, just get that out of your head because 5 days is kind of like an eternity in this business. So much can happen in 5 days. And with 2 weeks left, as I mentioned, there are two opportunities to hit UBT. If you haven't sold any ULTs this week, guess what? You have a chance to make 1,250 points between now and Friday, and you have the opportunity to make another 1,250 points Saturday and Sunday. And what does that equal? What does that mean when you do 1,250 times two? Drop it in the chat. Hit ULT or UBT one week, hit UBT another week. Director, exactly. Thank you, Anne. And the super cool thing about that is how director is like a building block to get to the other ranks. So just remember, hitting director, that's a foundational rank, or even if you're requalifying, if you hit it before and you're requalifying this month or you're going for executive, get two people, two brand partners to director and hit UBT yourself. What does that make? What does that end up being? Two directors and you hit UBT yourself. UBT meaning for those who are brand new, getting three ULT 90 days between a Saturday and a Friday, Purium week, and then three between Saturday and Sunday. Yes, executive, exactly. Everybody's got it. How simple is that? So I have a little thing here just to reinforce with a visual of how easy it is to get to director or to help your team member get to director. And this is it right here, just a little infographic. You can take a picture if you want, but it's got the three scenarios. We went over this last week too. Sometimes a visual helps. So two customers and one brand partner, help your brand partner get three ULTs, whether they're customers and or brand partners. That's my favorite one because it involves duplication. It involves getting a brand partner on board, having a business partner that you're partnered and linked arms with, and you're not doing all the work yourself. Duplication is the name of the game here. That's how you get leverage. That's how you ultimately make money in your sleep. Scenario two, three in one week, three in another week. So even if you sign up a brand partner today, they can hit Fast Start Director by the end of this month with any of these scenarios. Three between today and Friday, three between Saturday and Sunday. Or the first scenario, two customers and a brand partner help that one brand partner get three. Not limiting you, you can sign up three brand partners as long as they're ready and you bring your upline mentor on the Connect call prior to enrollment, have them do the qualifying conversation with you in this prospect so that you know they are ready to become a brand partner and hit the ground running. Scenario three is you order your own ULT 90 day, you order Transformation Now, the three boxes, which I think we're kind of shifting the name to Purium on Demand, which is really what it is. And then you sign three local people with ULT and take a picture with the box, submit it, and you have hit Fast Start Director or Director if you're past Fast Start, either way. Okay, so those are the three main ways. Super simple. You want to make sure like you really understand this because Director really is that building block. Directors help you make executives, help you get to executive, and directors and executives help you get to Diamond. And I know a lot of people want to get to Diamond Club in November. Okay, so that's pretty clear, right? Rico, you love the people? Okay, cool. Did everybody get it? Got a screenshot of it? I was talking for a while there, so you should have gotten it. Okay. And then I can share this too, so everybody has it. I'll share it with the crowns, which some of them may have it already. Okay, so that's that. Just a reminder how important that is, and that we have this treasure, this gift of having 2 Purium weeks left right now. Another opportunity is if you rank advance to executive or higher in May. This would be your last month to take advantage of widen your reach and share because you care. Because it's 3 months after you advance. So you'd have June, July, August. So for example, we have a team member, Mackenzie. She had Fast Start Executive last month. She's got August, September, October. She's got all 3 months to take advantage of that. She's posting all the time. And Share Because You Care is testimonials. Widen Your Reach is video. Either can be video, but Widen Your Reach has to be video. If you do a Widen Your Reach video that is also a testimonial, you can screenshot it and submit it for both. You can double dip on that because it kind of serves both purposes. So keep in mind that's an extra 149 points each week. So again, if you or someone on your team is trying to get to that next level and they have rank advance to executive, May or after, this would be the last month for those who rank advance in May. They can grab all these extra points. And hopefully they've been doing it. Hopefully they've been doing it every single week this month. Because then once you get to 10 submissions of Widen Your Reach, you get an extra 100 points too. So that can add up to a lot. That can really help close a gap when you're trying to rank advance. So everybody clear on how that works? And if not, get with your upline mentor. If you're new, especially, they'll explain how both of these promos work. I just want to remind everyone because sometimes we forget. We used to have it when it rolled out, it was for everyone, then it was changed for Fast Start, and then it's evolved over time. And sometimes we forget, oh yeah, I have someone who rank advanced to executive, and they may not have been doing that this month, but they can do it now. All right, our kickoff Zoom for September is going to be on Tuesday, September 2nd. Monday is Labor Day. It's a holiday. So they're going to do it on Tuesday, September 2nd, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. And just wanted to remind everyone, so you know that it's not on Monday, it's going to be on Tuesday. Okay, between now and Friday, what is another awesome opportunity that we have to invite people to? Great reason to pick up the phone, which you probably have already been doing. Thank you, Rico, for showing how many points that is. Never want to lose that or leave those points on the table. Yes, BizOp, Tabitha, exactly. Kelly, Lenore, Ann, Regina, everybody's got it. Regina, Lydia. Yes, our business opportunity Zoom. That is going to be 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. Don't forget, invite. Pick up the phone, invite. And I want to remind you, actually, I'm going to put this in the chat. If you want to refresh, which you've probably been doing this all week anyway, but if you just want to refresh or you just came on board, I'm going to put this link in the chat. And this is the link to the training Zoom that was August 12th. So that was the Zoom about business opportunity Zooms. And between 5 and 6 minutes in, somewhere between 5 and 6, is the role play that Melissa and I did, where Melissa role played inviting a prospect. I was the prospect, she was the brand partner. Okay. So if you need to watch that again, there it is. It's on puriumbusiness.com, but I grabbed the link for you. And that role play was stellar. It was like everybody's favorite part of the Zoom because it shows how simple it is and how sometimes we just overthink it. And it's so simple. So make sure if you need to, that you go in there forward to minute 5-ish, excuse me, and you'll see it. And it's a short little segment, but it's powerful. Okay, now I'm going to make some announcements on some rank achievements. Fast Start Director, and we have a new executive. So Fast Start Directors, this is really exciting. We have a lot of them. Most of them came in this month, but you have the month of enrollment and you have the whole next month. So we may have one or two that came in last month and then they achieved it this month, which is perfect. And then we have a whole bunch who came in this month, even a week ago, who've hit it. So these are our new Fast Start directors. I think these are all Fast Start directors. So we have Rachel Elinani, Andrea Arlt, Dr. Sarah Dybel, Aviva Woman LLC, Stephanie Bridges, Rose Lentini, Dominic Lentini, Jill Good, and Jeff Dieter. Congratulations, everyone. Great job. All new Fast Start directors achieving that this month. We have a new executive, Dana Tran. Congratulations, Dana. Dana's crushing it, doing amazing with the in-person events, getting lots of people there. She's really great at promoting and inviting, and no wonder she's hit executive. So congratulations, Dana. And then I'm going to announce our enrollers since last week, and then we're going to get into the shares. I'm going to start with sharing a little bit myself about month end. I'm going to invite Nicole Hossein on, and she's going to share some tips that she has, and I'll tell you why I'm asking her to come on. But let me go ahead and announce the enrollers since last week. So we had 18 new brand partners enrolled. 9 have already duplicated, 50%. Pretty impressive. 72 months to date. So we're moving closer to that goal of 100 this month. That's the goal, is to have 100 this month. We could have a big push this week and then the last 2 days. And you never know, we could still get to 100. No reason why we can't. So, okay, so here are the enrollers. Andrea Arlt, who I already mentioned, she already hit Fast Start Director and she broke a Fast Start Director using that system, using option 3, Transformation Now. That's how she did it. And that's how her Fast Start Director did it. Dr. Sarah Dybel, Ashley Johns, Molly Hernandez, Maria Ortiz, Tara Cohn, Melissa Hennig, Ashley Rodriguez, Wendy Gilmore, Veronica Cantu, Yesenia Nava, Jesse Lassiter, Nicolinian Hossein got 2, Tara Lee, Dominic Lentini, we're hearing that name again. Okay, forgive me if I don't pronounce this correctly. Blabawi Nyanyu. Congratulations, Blabawi. And Melissa Hanson. Just this morning, Melissa Hanson, just in the nick of time for this week, for this past 7 days. And then our top enrollers this month are Nicolinian Hossein with 6, Melissa Hennig with 5, Leanne Elkebi with 3, Leah Montoya with 3, and Dana Tran with 3. So you kind of see like a common thread here. Dana hit executive. She's getting brand partners. She's not doing it all by herself, just getting all customers, doing it all alone. Super smart. Okay, quick month end tips. So the one tip I want to say, there's a whole bunch of them, and some of you can feel free to share. But the one tip I want to say that's a really big one is, besides what I said about don't ever feel like it's not possible, throw in the towel, because I shared the Beth Lambert story. So never think that. The other thing is, even if you've hit your goal, don't stop. And make sure you're helping your team members hit their goals, which I know everybody here is a servant leader and does that. Even if you and your team have hit your goal, don't check out. Keep going. Keep going to the end, because the name of the game in this business is momentum. And you're creating momentum and energy that is going to push like this huge wave into next month by doing it this month. Never sandbag ever, never hold anything back, because guess what? I've had people do that. And then they called the person on the first of the month, and the person was like, you know what? I talked to my friend and she said da 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 da. And I don't know. I'm not sure now. Strike while the iron is hot. Next month is a month all on its own that's going to be big. Everything you put in this month is going to help you grow next month. It's going to increase your volume next month by doing it this month. So one of the things I wanted to bring Nicole on, because she's such a perfect example of this. The month that she hit Crown for the first time, she had hit it. It wasn't midnight. She had hit it. She didn't stop. She kept going. And she was messaging me and calling me, and she's like, I've got this coming in and I've got this. She kept going. She didn't check out and just be done, which is really smart. So, Nicole, are you able to unmute and come on?
I sure am.
That's so great. That's a great example.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is I had a couple experiences where it was like down to the wire, last day of the month, still trying to hit my goal. And I said, quick on, I never want to do that again. You want to be able to have momentum that goes into the next month because like now I have a whole bunch of orders I know that process at the end of the month because the last, 10 days I'm like, let's go full tilt. And so that volume just helps propel you further the following month. So if you want to dream bigger, then you don't slow down as soon as you hit your goal because maybe you can hit another goal. you know it's just how
Yeah.
it goes. I double ranked because I was just like, no, we have more time, there's still 10 days left of the month, let's keep going. So just don't slow down. But I think, do you want to talk about some of the things that we do at the end of the month anyway?
Yeah. And I
That
love
was
how you do the abandoned cards too.
Yeah. So, I try to tell my team, but this is something I get in the habit of. I always check my abandoned carts because there's a lot of people, like as I can say as a mom, like I go there and I'm like, I don't want to invest in myself. We always put ourselves on the back burner. So gently reach out to them, send them a message, get on, you have their number, it's in the back office. I see you're interested in the ULT program. I'd love to be able to help you get started. Did you have any questions? Do you need help checking out? Because they got all the way to where they put in their information and didn't check out. So they had some sort of freeze, and maybe you holding their hand is what they need. So always check your abandoned carts, especially at the end of the month, because they're there and everybody needs to. Somebody's asking about abandoned carts. When you go into your back office, there is a section for lead captures, abandoned carts, and you can click and see who abandoned their cart. We also, I like to go through the back office and I look at the K Club bonuses because we get $25 for every 1,000. And I have somebody right now, she's like 930. So like, of course I'm going to tell her, you need 70 more. We have a couple more days, because you don't want to miss out on those bonuses. People that are close to a rank. So again, somebody that's 930 points, she's 70 points off of hitting consultant. So these are the people where you want to support your team. You can't be successful in this business without raising other people up with you. Never forget that. So you're going to help these people reach their goals. You're going to reach out and see what their goals are. I find who hasn't put in their smart order. That's a big blunder that some people have messed up. Sonia probably has tons of stories of that, where if your rank, it has to be that 50 BV every month, and then as a diamond it's 100, crown it's 200. I almost messed it up this month because I put a 6 pack of aminos. It's 140 points. As a crown, it's 200 points a month. And I went back, I was like, oh crap, you know? So never, like, always check people's smart orders. If they want their commissions, they need to be putting in their orders. And I always tell people, for me, that's my grocery budget. This is food that my family consumes every month. My smart order is part of my grocery budget because we are consuming those, and that's part of our healthcare plan. So, and again, just don't slow down. It's the end of the month, but this is your business. It's not the end of your career with Purium. You know what I mean? So if the goal is to, be goals like Sonia and Dougie Fresh, you're not going to slow down. You're going to keep going.
I think a lot of people have the goal to be like you and Ian, Nicole, too. So
Well, yeah, when I want my husband fully retired. Although no, he did retire technically. He's listening downstairs. He's making food.
he did retire,
I
but he
want him to
loves,
like fully immerse into the mop life.
yes, exactly. I know it literally just happened. You're still getting used to the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And the kids just started school last week, so it's like, we can breathe now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Nicole. Those are
My
awesome
pleasure.
tips. Thank you so much. Nicole
My
is
pleasure.
champion. That's why she's a crown. So there you go. So a couple other things that I like to do that I think are important. One thing in particular is especially when you have brand partners that are trying to hit goals too, that this can help them out a lot. Nicole mentioned smart orders. So yeah, we want to make sure people have their order so they get their commissions, but also you can see what you have coming in for smart orders. So you may have someone who's trying to get to executive or trying to get to diamond, and you want to see what's left. Like how many points do they actually really need to get? So what you do is you go in your back office, you go to PV, the PV column, personal volume, and then you go to that little funnel and you put equal to 0. So that means people that have not ordered yet. And then you slide over to the right to the column that says smart order volume or smart order. And then you do your little funnel thing and you can put greater than, at or greater than whatever number you want to put. You want to put 50, you want to put 350. I would put 50 just so you see at least something's coming in, and you use those two filters, and then you go ahead and let it search, and it's going to bring up all these people that still have a smart order to process between now and the end of the month. And It hasn't yet because they have the zero in the PV column. So this way you can see what's coming in, especially if someone's going for a big rank, they need to know. I did it for someone yesterday. I saw this person has 2,400 points coming in. And then you can click on each person and make sure you can look and see what day it says. It might say today, it might say the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Like Nicole said, she never stops. Like end of the month, she's still going. So on the 30th or 31st of the month, the following month, all those month two orders are dropping in. Now, you might see one that says next process date might say September. So then you know they pushed it off for some reason. And that's somebody you could call and say, hey, I just want to make sure. I noticed your smart order hasn't processed and it looks like it's saying September, but I want to make sure you want to get your products this month so you don't miss a beat. So you don't run out and miss a beat with your journey, your transformation journey. So that's a thing I really like to do and it helps a lot. So you can really see what's coming in. And then pretty much everything Nicole said. Also, September 1st is Labor Day. So this is a great time to talk to people about getting their order in so that they can do, if you want to do a group transformation, a post Labor Day group transformation. It's a great time to do it. Full moon, is it September 7th or 10th? Somebody might know, and you can draw. I looked it up the other day and now I can't remember what it was, but I think I did it on a post, September 7th. Okay. So that's a great time to do a parasite cleanse around the full moon. So again, you could talk about ULT. It's got a parasite cleanse component. Order now so that you have time. And actually, they may not have time because they've got to do the 10 days first, but it's something you can do every month. It's something you can do every month. If you know when that date is, you can kind of position it that way. Or if they already have their products, then obviously they can do it. So just a couple little tips. But I think a post Labor Day transformation is a great idea, like it going into fall, like a refresh. Like we do a spring refresh, spring cleaning, we do a fall one. And people, it's a long weekend. They might be maybe overindulging a little bit. If they order now, they could potentially, or they'll be close to having it after Labor Day. If they live in California, they'll probably have it, but they'll be close to it where it's close enough and then they can de-bloat and do all that and get back on track with their transformation shortly after. Okay, so those are our tips for end of month. If anyone else wants to chime in on end of month, on last night's call with Tracy, the AI call, anything we've talked about, feel free. We're opening it up for shares now. Raise your emoji hand and we'll get the party started. Who's ready to go? Okay, we got Dana Lassiter. Hi, Dana.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to talk about the AI, the chat GPT, and how to be honest, to give it the most information you can. Because when I first entered some of my information and my letter to myself that I got back was very, you can do this, go, 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 you need to do this, this, this. And it was just like, it almost was overwhelming. And then when I added in and modified a little bit that I'm a caregiver, so I can't always, my life isn't consistent enough to always just do this, this, this. It softened and it came back with still strategies, still meeting the same goals, but ways to take a breather in between. And so it really does, the more information you give it, the more it caters to your needs, but still reaching the same goals.
Yeah, that's a really good tip, Dana. And that was a really good takeaway from last night. And that is key, being as specific as possible. As many details as possible is going to get you less of a generic response, like sounds like what you kind of got at first, and then something that's really meaningful and really tailored to you. So thank you. Excellent tip. Okay, next we've got Tabitha, Tabitha, are you in Italy or are you here in the States now?
I'm still here in Italy, but I'm coming back in October, so
Oh,
soon. Be
cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I am so excited because I'm going to meet up with so many of my team, and I've been really focused on using my time well. So while I'm there, I'm creating all kinds of relationships on LinkedIn and on Instagram with people that are in the areas that I'm going to be visiting, and am already setting up different events and things that I can do um, while I'm there. Not only with friends, with clients, doing healthy happy hours at their home and having them invite friends and family, but also like boot camps and at a chiropractor's office. I'm locking in all of those, and I'm really excited. And I just wanted to share this little like quote that I keep telling myself, which is that the antidote to anxiety is activity. So if you're ever feeling like sometimes I have this feeling of anxiety and I realize when that comes, it's because I'm not in enough action for my own personal business. And so this rings in my head that the antidote every single time is to get into massive action and just to throw yourself into the activity, doing 15, 20 calls a day, reaching out to customers. I was telling my team just yesterday, I reached out, or no, 2 days ago, I reached out to a customer who hadn't ordered in a couple of months, and she placed an $800 order right then and there, just because I reached out. Um, another, it is just that consistent communication. And so that's just what I tell my team is if you're feeling anxious, you're not getting where you want to go, the antidote is always going to be activity. It's always going to get into action. And so I'm telling myself that and leading by example by being the first to get into a lot of action because we've only got 60 something days to get to Diamond Club. So it has to be the season of activity right now. We just have to lead with that. And even if you're only leading yourself, start with you.
That is beautiful. You're speaking my language, Tabitha. I absolutely love that. It's so important to lead by example, even being here, being on this call. Leaders are on, leaders are plugged in, leaders show up, leaders are present. And you are a leader, Tabitha. Tell everybody here what rank you're at. Like your rank, highest rank you've achieved.
Blue Diamond.
Okay, so she's a blue diamond. She's not saying, "Oh, I'm a blue diamond. I don't need to be on," or "I don't need to be doing activity. I can coast." I've got a couple. She's got power players on her team. She has a couple people, actually several, a few people that are power players. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, and we're gonna have a brand new color diamond rank happening probably today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be shouting her out very, very soon. It's just so exciting. We see everybody's getting into action.
Yeah, and you know what? That leadership and leading by example, it really starts from the top down. Like every one of us. People will do what we do. This is a business of duplication. We can't ask our team to do things that we're not doing ourselves. We have to set the example. And I'm saying this to also recognize someone else besides you, Tabitha, because you're amazing. And everything you just said was so masterfully said. But Melissa Hanson, who has gone in person, did a healthy happy hour hours away, her and Justin from where they live. You're in Italy, and one of your team members who's about to hit that rank that you just said, they did a healthy happy hour there and are such servant leaders. And that is the example that repeats and duplicates down the line. And you're a shining example of it yourself, Tabitha. So I wanted to just take a little bit longer with this share because it's so important. Activity crushes anxiety, activity crushes discouragement, activity crushes fear, all of those things. And it's so important, again, for us to lead by example. So, Tabitha, thank you. That was awesome. Hi, Juliet. Juliet from Napa. Go ahead and can you get unmuted? Let me help
There
you.
we go.
Okay,
I
there you
think I
go.
did it.
You got it.
All right. Hi, everyone. I just want to talk to the people like me. I'm not ranked yet. I have been a little bit and still climbing. So that was my goal this month as climber. I still have a week left and darn it, I know I'm going to do it. I just have to find those two people. I do have the people, the brand partners. There's some interest and I just have to bring them across the finish line. I'm super excited, but I just appreciate these because for people like me, The don't give ups is so important, and the reminders about activity. And that's so true because ever since I started taking action, I do not have the anxiety or fear. I know I'm going to get there. I have love all the ideas of the happy healthy hour, and I came up with a sunrise social that I'm presenting to some people that want to do things in the morning. And that's going to be coming for me next month. And then for AI, this one tip that I learned that was really helpful was that asking AI to interview you. Like when you want to get it more personalized and you maybe can't think of those personal details on your own right off the bat, but if you ask AI, say, hey, can you interview me? And AI will ask you those questions, and then it does become more personal. And I find it to be super, super, super helpful. So that was my quick blurb, and I just want to thank you all, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I want to be a leader just like all the rest of you. I used to never ever listen to the tips about teams because I didn't see myself having a team, and now I listen to those tips because I know it's going to be possible. Thank you.
Absolutely, Juliet. Thank you. Juliet, you are always plugged in. You're on all the calls. You participate in our chats and everything. You have such great energy and you're such a great team player. And you
Thank you.
are going to have a team. You absolutely are. You know why? I have a selfish motive. I want you to build a big team in Napa because I want to come out there and be able to write the trip off and do some events with you.
That would be so awesome. Oh
I've
yeah,
never
it's
been
gonna happen.
there. Doug and I
Okay,
have
well,
never been
hey,
there.
you're invited anytime. I'm an empty nester. I have lots of empty bedrooms now, so come on
Okay,
up.
so let's get the brand partners going. You're working with Nicole and myself, and make sure, just a reminder, I'm just saying this so everyone benefits. Before, when you have a brand partner prospect, before they enroll, make sure you get them on a connect call with one of us. That way we can help with the qualifying conversation, what's expected, kind of find out. I love that question. I mentioned it last week. What excites you about getting involved in this business? And then we hear their why. They might say, well, I don't know. I just thought it'd be good to have codes in case it comes up every once in a while. Or they might say, what excites me? I need additional income because I want to put my child in private school. I want to take trips with my family that we can't do now. I want to be able to buy organic food all the time. It's expensive. So that's a great question to you, but you get us on and then we'll do the heavy lifting for you. So great
Got
job,
it.
Juliet. Great share. Thank you. And Christopher,
Good
good morning.
morning. So last night, my new brand partner Stephanie and I did a launch party for her new brand partner. And so it was her first time to break down the ULT on a call like that. She did amazing. So afterward, I was like, I can't believe it. You are such a pro. You did a fabulous job. And she goes, well, actually, I cheated. I looked at all the ULTs where Melissa was explaining it and I just copied her. And I'm like, no, no, you don't understand. That's what we call being coachable. So I love that when people go back to what Sonia says, to what Melissa says, and they just copy it. It's the best. And so I have an exciting event coming up next week, September 1st through the 5th. I am going to be at a beach retreat. I'm staying in a mansion on the Outer Banks with 30 other entrepreneurial women. I am the fitness instructor in the morning for these women, but during the day, they're talking about sales pages and funnels and all things marketing and business for their businesses. So the women are coming from all different business backgrounds. So I would love your thoughts on how to build that. And this morning I was journaling and I thought, I want to find this many brand partners. I want to find this many customers. And I read that back to myself and I was like, oh no, this is wrong. This is not what I'm looking for. So I turned the page and I started again. And I said, these are the questions I'm going to ask. What do you want from your business? Where do you see your future going in the next couple of years? And then I started thinking how I'm going to find out how can I help you to attain what you want, whether that's with Purium or maybe my new course that I'm putting out, my Balance Blueprint workout. Um, but that's my thinking, and I would love for others thinking on how I can reach out to these ladies and work together in a house for the week.
Okay, so first of all, I'll start, but I want to hear from others too. You are adorable and charming. So everyone's going to love you, and you're super fit, and they want to be like you. Okay, they want what you're having. So at some point, you're going to make sure they follow your Instagram, and they're going to be impressed because you've got like 100,000 plus followers. So they're going to be excited. You're going to follow each other on Instagram. And how do we establish rapport? You know, Anne, how do we establish rapport with someone right off the bat? Give them a sincere compliment, take an interest in them, ask them questions, just like you said. Just take an interest in them. That's how you start that relationship. You know, they're going to say to you, how long have you been doing fitness? How did you get into it? So there, and then you're going to say, I incorporated nutrition, and it could even come up about COVID, and yeah, I love what I do. And it's been quite a journey because COVID, shut me down, and then you can go into it. So another thing you can do, you'll be mind blown. You can say what you just said and say, I'm going to be at this mansion on Chat GPT. I'm going to be at this mansion. Here's the type of people that are going to be there. I'm going to be doing the fitness part. I want to, like everything you said, what are some key questions or strategies that I can use to form relationships with these women where ultimately they can become my customers and or brand partners? But it's really going to be asking them questions, but chat will give you some really cool stuff. And one of my favorite questions is, how did you get started in what you're doing? Like whatever they're doing now, what got you into what you're currently doing? Also, you could say, what do you love about it? And a lot of times they'll say something like, I was in the corporate world, I was burnt out, I was just tired of, working on being on the hamster wheel, being in the grind every day. There was a ceiling on how much I could make. And these little things are going to go off in your brain like ping, ping, ping. We have no ceiling. We have flexible hours, and then they might say something, it might come up that they wanted to diversify their income, something like that. So the more they talk, the better. The more they talk, you're going to get the roadmap on what you can say back to them. And Sari says, can you introduce yourself right away? Oh, this is a good one. Can you introduce yourself right away as a fitness and nutrition coach before you start the fitness class? Then they may ask about it later or expect you to share. That's awesome, Sari. Really smart. So do you know if someone is going to be introducing you or you'd be introducing yourself?
Well, we already have a group and we've met over Zoom where we already introduced ourselves to everyone.
Okay.
So they already know what I do, and I will be introducing myself. Yeah.
Okay. So you can say it again, just to refresh, repeat it again. Tara Cohn says, find all the pain points and show personal interest. Absolutely. That's what it's about. And this is so cool. Where is this going to be at? What is it, in Arkansas?
No, it's the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So Bill and I are flying for the weekend just so we can have a weekend together over on the coast. And then he goes to Alaska to work, and he's dropping me off at the mansion. It's a 30-bedroom place, so it's pretty nice.
30 bedroom. Okay, how did you get this gig? Everybody, I'm sure, wants to know.
Well, I started working with Michelle Cunningham on building my fitness funnels. So, with sales pages and funnels, there's so much tech heavy work behind it. And I'm not a tech girl, I'm a fitness nutrition girl. And so I hired her for help on the back end of that. And she invited me to the retreat. Once we met online briefly, she loved me right away, and she goes, "Hey, can I just pay you to come teach your fitness to all my ladies?" And so that's how it turned out.
That's perfect. That is awesome. And congratulations. And I just want to, just before anybody starts going down a rabbit hole, and has a very specific niche business. She has a fitness business, so that's why she's doing the funnels, but you don't need funnels to do this business. You do not need funnels to do Purium. I've had so many people. I understand why you're doing it. It makes total sense with what you're doing in, but I've had so many people go down that rabbit hole and it doesn't yield anything for Purium. So we just stay with what we're doing, our system for Purium. But this is awesome how it opened this incredible door for you.
Yes, and you're right, Sonia. It is so expensive and it is so much work. If it is not already in the field of what you're doing, do not go down that rabbit hole because it's Purium is the answer. It is so simple, and Dave and Amy have done it all for us. And yes, if I wasn't already in this field, I would not be doing it. You're absolutely
Yeah. So thank you, Anne. And then I love what Melissa said, because Melissa is the queen of doing this. She says you got to share on your IG every day to create FOMO for your followers. They'll follow the journey and hopefully want to join the program and or the biz. Like you're bring them on the journey in the mansion and the beach and all that stuff. Hopefully they'll let you film while you're in there, I would think, because it just promotes that thing that they're doing. So thank you, Anne. So exciting. And congratulations to you and Stephanie too. Great job, Stephanie. What did you guys get from let's go back to Stephanie and what she said about Stephanie doing what she did in order to explain the ULT and then how she did it so beautifully. Melissa and then Beth.
Okay, I was just gonna say something before that. When Dina Cotter started sharing her hotel room when she got into Diamond Club, this most recent one, it wasn't Diamond Club, our most recent Purium event, I
Okay.
was so excited. I was like, oh, that's what the hotel, oh, there's a bathtub. Oh, I'm gonna bring Epsom salt. Like I was beside her. I was so excited she was doing it. And I love when all of you do this. Don't ever think in your head, oh, it's gonna make people feel bad because they're not with me, so I'm not gonna share it. No, share it. They wanna come with you. They're living vicariously through you. They get excited with you and they start asking questions like, what's this event all about? Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Wait, I know that person. I know that person. Like, it's very inclusive. So never get in your head and think, I don't want to share. I don't want to share. Please, that's what this is social media. You must be social. We're not trying to do an ad campaign, product, 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 product. They will turn the channel. Share the journey, what you ordered for dinner, what you had for snacks, who you met, hugging your friends. Like it makes them so excited to be part of it with you. It's very inclusive. And I want to commend everyone here for doing that. I love seeing it. I think everyone here does such a good job with that. And we cannot wait to follow the journey. You have to show us the beach, the room, the bathrooms, the kitchen, show us everything. It's going to be so much fun. All right, I'll give it to Beth. And Beth, of course, who found Anne because of social media. So we all get to have this beautiful friendship and family because Beth did not give up on getting Anne into the business. All right, I'll give it to Beth.
Melissa, I posted Doug dumpster diving yesterday. Does that count? Or the day before?
People love that mask. They love it so much.
I went to this little place down the street and the guy's like, oh, the organic Peru coffee. We do drink coffee, like 1 cup in the morning. The organic Peru is the best. And I was like, okay, I got to buy it. And he's going to be a brand partner because this guy was good. And anyway, it's in this little bag. And then there was like I got Doug a treat and the little trash was in there. And then he goes to the dumpster and throws the whole thing in the dumpster that had the like $20 bag of coffee in it. And I was like, Doug, I can't believe you just did that. And he's like, okay, I'll get it. And then hence the dumpster diving. He actually got it out. It was still in the bag. It wasn't nasty or anything. But yeah, any little thing like that. But okay, everything Melissa just said, just do it because she tried and true. Success leaves clues. She is the best at it. So thank you for that. Okay, Beth.
I loved that story of Doug dumpster diving. Like I said to you in the comments, that's when you know you have a good man. They're willing to fix their mistakes, even going into a dumpster. So that was beautiful. And yeah, we're so excited, Anne, for you and seeing your entire journey, seeing the inside of that mansion. How many of us are going to be staying in a 32-room mansion in the Outer Banks? So we want to see every detail. And back to Stephanie that you brought up and what she did on her brand partner's launch party when she shared the products. I got to be a part of the launch party. I can't make every single one, but I try to make as many as I can. And she did it beautifully, like she had always shared, and it was duplication. She immediately gave credit to Melissa and just using Melissa's verbiage. And when she said that, I immediately said, that's what we're all doing. Like, that's the point. That's how we keep it simple. We just, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. What we learn it, we do it, we teach it, and our brand partners do it. So it was a beautiful example of being super coachable. And Stephanie is on point to hit Fast Start Executive this month, and she just signed up August 1st. And her new brand partner is trying to go for Fast Start Executives or Director. So it's duplication, just perfect textbook example.
Exactly, Beth. Thank you for that. That's the beauty of duplication. There ain't no shame in that game. You hear it, you repeat it, mimic it, repeat it because it's refined and it works. And I remember Stephanie, she came on one of our business opportunity Zooms. That was one of the exposures in the process in her journey when Ann was talking to her. And I can't remember if it was a regular business opportunity Zoom or if it was the practitioner one, but I know she was on one of them and that was part, and then a connect call. So it's again, the system works, and Stephanie is just a gem. I mean, look at what she's doing, and the duplication continues. It's awesome. So thank you, Beth. Thank you, Anne. Both of you are a power team, dream team. And like Melissa said, Beth found Anne on Instagram and started a relationship with her, started getting to know her. Didn't pounce on her, like she really built that relationship. So great job. Okay, anybody else who would like to share? Oh, you took her fitness classes. Okay. I'm looking in the chat here in case I'm missing anything. Melissa and then Rico.
Oh, yeah, I would like to share the power of sharing transformation now with all of our new people, no matter what. To never prejudge that, oh, I don't know if they can swing this right now. Never prejudge them. It always surprises me who chooses to do it and who chooses to hold off on it. And it's the ones that you don't think will do it that do it every time. Am I right? For anyone who has done it, they see the value. They're like, that makes sense. I can find 3 people. Let's do it. A one-time investment, and can make $400 with 3 clients rather than 6. Okay, let's do it. So share it with them no matter what. Don't prejudge for them. Give them the opportunity. I want to say that's why we see Dominic Lentini having so much success right out of the gate. He saw the value. He's a sharp business person, and now he has a new BP, and he's sharing that with her, who's a single mom. And this is going to duplicate. So we love, love, love seeing everyone putting this out there and having success with it.
Yeah, absolutely. 750 points for your 3, and then an extra 100 points for a year every time you hand that box off and take the picture and submit it. So, for example, Dr. Jared, he did it right away. He has since July 19. So part of it was last month, the rest this month. But altogether, I think he's gotten at least 30 people on the ULT, all local, because he has a practice. That's 3,000 points, 100 a pop every single time. So, and just in case this comes up, just so you guys know, if someone says, oh, let's say they're a practitioner, because of HIPAA or privacy, I can't take a picture of the person with the box, because Purium does sometimes post these pictures on our kickoff Zooms. They use them for marketing. That's okay. What you can do, it could be a picture of a person who works at the practice. It could be a hand on the box, and you don't have to worry about it. We don't have to rock the boat with the patients or anything like that. And if anybody questions it, you just say, Sonia said on the mastermind that we could, because Debbie knows. Debbie, like with Dr. Price, they're just doing the hand on the box because he brought that up. He's like, HIPAA, I can't have their pictures. They understand, but we know it's being done. He made the investment, he's handing the box off to them. So don't ever worry about that. Okay, Melissa, thank you for that reminder. Excellent. And we have Rico and then Patience.
I wanted to give a shout out to Lydia, Ross, and Sydney. I was able to get on their what was that thing called? The Zoom, the Zoom presentation on Sunday, and they did such a good job. It was so warm and inviting. And I believe they had like over 20 people on there. And so it was very, very encouraging. And I just love the shares. But I really appreciate Lydia's example because she is such a powerful leader. She's such a powerful leader. And her team is following her lead. And definitely want to give a shout out to Tabitha because Tabitha is always there for her team. She's such a good example to all of us. And, I just wanted to give those little shout outs because we're better together, right?
Absolutely. Thank you, Rico. And Patience.
Thank you so much. I don't get to be here live. I only see the recordings and get to see your beautiful faces. I would love to give out 110 shout outs to everyone for being here and our collective team, but I know we don't have time for that. But I just wanted to say appreciate our business and what we have because without getting emotional, yesterday I got information about a scam that about almost 100 something people that I know of were involved with. Where it's a business, it's all over national news. Just found out about it. Something about scooters, you can look it up yourselves. But it helped me appreciate the value of what we have. And I actually did a little video I haven't posted yet. But people put money in this. They've lost lots of money. Here it is. We have a company where the only money you invest is what's for you or to build up your business. And nowhere Imperium, like we have our why, but we also need to also share why this business is like no other. And we always do. But this further inspires us because many people here have done other MLMs and things like that, but they keep taking. We get to have leaders like you, Melissa, Michelle, Nicole, all the leaders on here sharing with us weekly. We get to see Dave and Amy at least once, if not twice weekly. We get trainings where we have our upline who's not rooting us on just because, oh, well, you're making money for me. Because one of the people got involved with this. One of the things she told me when she turned down the BP opportunity is I don't like the idea of making money from people. She in turn got 70 something other people involved in this, and they've lost thousands. I'm talking about with just that group, they've lost $60,000. And it hurts my heart, but it helped me in one way, embolden me, said, I have to share this. I have communities of people around me who are broken. Yeah, I know some have. I even have some government employees who, as of September, they've lost their jobs, any source of income, but it hasn't stopped me. Though some of those same people have just signed up with me, but it makes me remember that no matter what we know about people, we have such a great business model. All we can do is offer it. If the time isn't now, then future, but this is better than anything out there. I haven't investigated everything, but I don't really care to. I'm good with this. This is good for me right now. I'm okay with this. Let's just see where we can take this for me. So I want to just thank you all for being here and supporting us every week like you do.
Well, thank you so much, Patience, and as well as our other crowns and other team members, team leaders, team members, brand new people who all share what's on their hearts, share their tips, like you said, unselfishly, like for all of us. We all benefit. All ships rise with the tide, right? So, and I'm really sorry that happened, to people that you know. That's really sad. I haven't seen anything about it, but haven't been paying too much attention to the news lately, so but yeah, we're happy to see you here live and on video. Your beautiful face, Patience. Thank you so much for that. All right, any other shares? We've got a few minutes left, and if not, that's okay because we got lots of work to do to close out the month. So, last call for a share if you didn't get a chance. Melissa.
Okay, one last share. I got my hair done 2 days ago and I shared this before, but for those of you who are new, this is going to be new to you. My hairdresser told me that she works 70 hours a week. 70 hours a week as a hairdresser. She owns the salon. She dumped money into the salon because she's a business owner, right? She said she can't collect a paycheck for 2 years because of that investment, and she works 70 hours a week. Think about, let's compare that to what we have. Are we pouring 70 hours a week into this business? I don't know one person. I'm certainly not working 70 hours a week. And I'm collecting a check. We're all collecting a check, whether it's big or small. We don't have to put it back into this investment over the next 2 years. So we really have to value what we have and share it with everyone without prejudging, because everyone, like Michelle always says, should be dignified with this privilege and this opportunity to have this as a side hustle, as a dream job, as whatever we want it for, but just to have an income that's growing residually. Thank you, Sonia, a zillion times over for sharing this with me.
Thank you for a great share, Melissa. I love how you and Michelle, these two amazing queens, are closing out our call today. Go ahead, Michelle.
Um, Thank you, Sonia, and I love being here with everybody. I wanted to just share two things really quick. Um, Jesse and Dusty, they did an in-person event this week, and I'll call it a warm market event. So when we're doing a table, I think it's important to understand the difference of showing up at a place of business where you don't know anybody and you're just trying to network and make connections, which is a great thing to do. But just like Melissa's event that she just did, Jesse and Dusty did an event with their massage therapist at her studio, her massage studio, and I want them to tell the story. Maybe next week we'll have time for that. But it was awesome. And because of Jesse's persistence for the last 4 months, he's been sharing with her. She did become a brand partner 2 days ago, and it's going to be amazing. So that was a wonderful thing to see the patience, the persistence, and then thinking about people that you know in places of business that you already have a relationship with and having events there because that is already a warm market that you're working with, which is so helpful. Um, Also, just a quick experience that I had that just warms my heart because sometimes we're not able to help those closest to us. I know for myself, in my first year, I hit Crown without having a family member do Perium. So if you don't have family that is ready and willing, it's okay. But it does feel really good to be able to help those we love the most. So a really good friend of mine that I have been just hoping she and her husband would do this. I love them very much. She has been an absolute hard no for the almost 4.5, 5 years I've been doing this. But she's always watching my social media. And one of our other mutual really good friends is the best Purium customer I've ever had. I mean, she's a $1,200 to $1,700 a month every single month for 4.5 years that she orders. She and her husband are lifers. They love Purium. Um, she will not brand partner for other reasons, but she has been talking to our mutual friend over and over, dropping seeds, dropping seeds, dropping seeds. So, and then she comes to me, what else should I share? What else should I say? We got to get her on this. So, I'd say it's been about 6 weeks now, I got a phone call from her and she's like, okay. And she started crying actually. And she said, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and so has my husband. And I should have listened to you 4.5 years ago, but better late than never. Please, please help me. So we talk almost daily and they're starting their second box now. They are so happy. Their numbers are amazing. The doctor is amazed. She is releasing weight like nobody's business. Just all of the things are happening and she's so grateful. And now she's saying, we're lifers and we've got it. She's sharing now with her holistic health practitioner and I'm supposed to be talking with her. So my point in sharing this is your consistency and your persistency. That's what it takes. People will come to you if they are always seeing you, hearing you. They know this is your life. It's not just what you do, it's who you are. And it will pay off. But if we're hit and miss and we're submarine, you know, we're here and then we're not here and then we're trying to start over and over again, try to stay consistent, because all those people that are watching, your reputation is built on trust, and they're going to trust you when you consistently show up with your passion. So anyway, I hope that's encouraging for all of you out there, that those that you really love and hold dear, don't give up on them. And the power of referrals and other happy customers that are talking and sharing as well.
Congratulations and thank you for that, Michelle. That is a great way to end this call. Incredible advice, words of wisdom. Thank you so much. 2-star crown. You just heard from 2-star crown Michelle Boersma. She went 2-star crown in 12 or 14 months, something fast. And 5-star crown Melissa Hanson are the last 2 shares. For those of you that are new that you just heard, incredible leadership here, and heed their advice. If you want to be where they're at, heed their advice, or if you want to be anywhere in between, because they've lived it, they've done it, and are incredible servant leaders. So thank you both so much. Thank you everyone who shared. This was awesome. I'm going to YouTube this one. It was so good, and put it in our Team Win Network training channel on YouTube. Yeah, I just said YouTube. So it's at Team Win Network. Okay. Thanks everybody. Have a great month end. Don't forget tonight, Dave's got his product education call. It's going to be on the athletic performance products. And then we'll see you after that, September 2nd on the kickoff Zoom. Have a great day and great month end.